Okay, today we're going to do a 2-point perspective road scene. So you'll need to get a piece of A4 paper ready to start. Right, to start the drawing you'll need to do 2 vanishing points, one on the left, number that 1, and one on the right, number that 2. Try not to make them parallel, so slightly off at an angle. On the bottom of the page, just mark off where you like to start your drawing, like so. Go up about 1 or 2 centimetres. Now what you must remember with a 2-point perspective drawing, every line must go to the vanishing point. So take the top of the line over to number 1, the top of the line over to number 2, the bottom of the line over to number 1, and the bottom of the line over to number 2. And that's how you start the path. Now we're going to start a building just down here. So you can make the building as big or as small as you like. I'm going to make that about 4 centimetres. Now what you must remember is that every line must go to number 1 and to number 2. So very lightly take the top of that line to number 1 and the top of that line to number 2. The bottom of the line is already going to number 1 and number 2. Put your ruler right into the middle and pull it to number 1. Now what you don't see me doing is doing this. I'm putting it nice and straight and I stop wherever I want to stop. I go back to the middle line and I put it to the right, and again I stop where I want to stop, and of course I rub off the lines that I have not used. Now we must remember that every line goes to the vanishing point, so we can see this corner has gone to number 1 but it has not gone to number 2, so we're just going to cross it over. And we can see this one has already gone to number 2 but it hasn't gone to number 1, so we're going to cross it over. And again you need to rub off the lines you haven't used. Okay, so it looks like a box but it will be starting like a building. Now we start again with another building. Straight line up. Remember that all lines go to number 1 and number 2. So I'm going to take that down to number 1. Take that down to number 2. Put my ruler back into the middle and pull it to the left. I stop wherever I like. Put my ruler back, pull it to the right, stop where I like. And again, I rub out the lines I do not need. And again, I can add another building above that. So straight line up, take it over to number 1, take it over to number 2, put my ruler back, pull it, put my ruler back, I'm going to put it down there, and again, rub out the lines I did not use. So you've got 3 buildings there. What you're going to do, you can keep on adding buildings. So you just have to remember. So what I'm doing is slightly cheating. I'm just stopping where I want those lines to go. But that one can see over there. And that one can go over there. And I got to remember this one over here can see that one there. Now once you've added a few buildings in, we're going to put some windows in. So always find the middle line of a building. So there's 1, 2, 3, there's the middle line. Put your ruler at the middle line, and we're going to do the windows on the left. So we're just going to pull it slightly to the left, straight line down. Because it's going to the left, we know it's going to the vanishing point 1. We're going to take it over to the left, and then we go straight down, and you've got one block window there. Now you might want smaller windows on the other side, so find the middle line again. This time we're going to put it to the right, and this time I'm going to add some dash windows. You can see that's going to the vanishing point number 2. So I'm going to take that over to number 2. And you can see I'm moving my ruler, making sure that each time it is going to vanishing point number 2. Then put your ruler back, pull it all the way, and just block off your windows, and you can add some shading. So start adding windows to all of them. Find the middle line, 1, 2, 3, put it to the left. This one could be some big windows here. Take it over to number 1. Put it to the edge, pull it in, and you've got some nice big windows there. Take it to the right, find the middle line, put it to the right. This side's going to have some different type of windows here. And you can have lots of little lines in this one. And again, you can see I'm always making sure I'm going to a vanishing point. So every line must go to vanishing point. You can see that ruler starting to tilt. Shouldn't be straight at all. Now if you come down to the bottom, we've got a path here. We need to drop the path. So put your ruler against number 2 and just pull that down. With your ruler lovely and straight, just pull it. Again, making sure it is straight. Don't at any time tilt it. Just pull it all the way across. And again, you can see that's got already going to vanishing point 2. So we need to take it to vanishing point number 1. So you go now, I've got some little steps going this way. Same process on the other side. Take a little step. Put your ruler nice and straight and pull. And again, you can see I'm not tilting my ruler. I'm keeping it nice and straight. And again, it's already gone to vanishing point 1. So I need to take that over to vanishing point 2. So now you've got a nice little footpath coming here. Obviously you need to add all your windows in, but we're getting there. You can even add a big door here. So I'll show you how to do that one now. Put your ruler nice and straight, pull it to the left, and a straight line. Remember, it's going on the left hand side, so it has to go to number 1. So I take the line to over number 1. I put the ruler straight and I pull it. You can see it's keeping it nice and straight. You can see this corner has already gone to number 1, but it hasn't gone to number 2. So So now you can see you can walk into that building there, just on the side. Right, I'm going to add a sign on top of a building. You can add it anywhere you want. I'm going to start here. You can start putting them anywhere. Again, keeping it really lovely and straight. Just put some dashes where you want, how big your sign is. And you can see it's going to number 2. So just above there. That's how big I want my sign to be. Again, really lovely and straight. I want my sign to be about that high, I guess. And I'm going to put my ruler again over here. Again, lovely and straight. And you can see I'm starting to get the illusion. This is a lovely sign. It doesn't look three-dimensional yet because we still need to do a bit more to it. Because we know that all lines go to number 1 and number 2. It hasn't gone to number 1 yet. So this corner, tiny little dash number 1. Tiny dash number 1, tiny little dash number 1. Again, keeping your ruler lovely and straight. You remember all lines go to the vanishing point, so there's number 2. So let's get this one to go to number 2 as well. So now you've got a sign, and you can put anything you want on that sign, just there. We're going to put a road in. So again, all lines go to the vanishing point. So let's put the line here. And then we're going to do it again, just further out. There's your little footpath. And of course, we want to do exactly the same to the other side. Of course, you could have something flying in the air. You can have a sunset if you want. You can even have a helicopter, parachute. So you can see from where I started, I've got my designs here. So I put loads of windows in, all different sizes. They're going to number 1 and number 2. I've got my big door. I've added a little bit of shading for that, making sure that every single line goes to the vanishing point. I hope you enjoy.